Okay, so let's start our mini tutorial here on our red heart pattern. It's WR1089, and being the fall season, this is a perfect pattern. It is the cable crocheted scarf, and by saying a mini tutorial, that means that the pattern itself is just going to repeat what I show you all the way through. So I'm going to show you how to do the 5 rows and you will be all set to go. So what you're just going to simply do is have a 4mm crochet hook, and it calls for a 3-weight yarn. I've got a 4mm or a 4.5 just for the demonstration, and I've just got a standard 4-weight yarn that I'm just going to use. So to get the size that it recommends, if you want the size that it measures here, which is 7 inches wide by 54 inches long, just follow the pattern instruction, which is the 4mm hook and the 3-weight yarn. But again, I'm just using what I have for demonstration purposes. And so this scarf is not one of your long scarves, but if you want it longer, this is very, very versatile, so you can just keep going and keep going and keep going with the repetitive pattern. So that's what's nice about this one. You will have to know how to do front and back post double crochet, so if you do not know how to do that, I would advise you to go to my tutorials for those 2 stitches and learn to do those prior to this. Okay, so what we're going to do is start off with a chain 33, and if you want it wider, you can make it wider as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Now, even with the 4.5 size, this is as wide as it's going to be. Okay, just in case you want to make it wider, you can change your hook size as well. Now, what you want to do in your first row is you're going to half double crochet into the second from the hook. Okay, and then you're just going to half double crochet across in each stitch. So this is very simple. And as far as the pattern for this goes, it's pretty much a semi-closed stitch. So anytime you use a half double crochet, that's what you're going to get. You're going to have just a little bit of a space in with your stitches, but not a lot, not like with a double or a triple stitch. But it won't be as closed as a single either. So we're just going to half double crochet to the end. And again, you can use this one because it's just going to repeat the same pattern over and over and over very quickly. You can actually increase your size dramatically if you wanted to use a thicker yarn as well, other than a 3-weight that it calls for. If you wanted to use a chunky or bulky yarn, it would grow rather quickly and you wouldn't have to do as many rows. So there's options when it comes to these types of patterns. So just keep working your half double crochet across. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can stop the video, hit your stop button. Okay, we got 2 left here. Okay. So now you have your half double crochet row, so you'll have 32 stitches. Now for rows 2 and 3, all you're going to simply do is chain up 1, and you're going to half double crochet in each stitch across again. So go into the same stitch and half double crochet across. So this is row 2, and then when you get to the end of this row, you will chain up 1, half double crochet in the same stitch, and half double crochet across again. So you will have 3 rows total of half double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up the end of this next row. Do this row and the next row in half double crochet. I'll meet you up at the end of row 3. Alright, so row 4 we've turned now, and we're going to start with a chain 1. Then you're going to work a half double crochet right into that same stitch, work a half double crochet into that next stitch. So now we're going to start working our front post and back post double crochet stitches. So now you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and you're going to work around the next post and the next post. So we're going to work 2 front post double crochets around the next post, and actually the next 2 of them, just like this. Okay, so put 1 around that post, 1 around the next post after you've skipped 2. Now you're going to go back around the 2 you skipped, starting with the first one you skipped, and work 2 more front post half double crochets. 1 around the first one, well, provided I could keep my yarn on my hook. So 1 around the first one we skipped, and 1 around the second one that we skipped. Okay, now you're going to use you're going to put 4 half double crochets in a row. Now don't go into that stitch right there, because that's actually part of that post right there that we've already used. So go into the next one. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now you're just going to repeat this across. Skip 2 and work 2 half double or double front post double crochets in a row. Now you're going to go back to the 2 that you skipped and work a front post double crochet around each one. And now you're going to work 4 half doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we'll repeat, skip 2, and then work 2 front post double crochets in a row. Then go backwards to the 2 you skipped and work 2 more in a row. Okay, 4 half doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In our last section, skip 2 and work 2 front post doubles in a row. And then go back and work your 2 that you skipped. And now what you're going to do is end with 2 half double crochets. Okay, now let's turn and work row 5. You want to chain up 1 and put a half double crochet into the same stitch and also into that next stitch as well. Now what you want to do is start working back post double crochets. Now before we turned, these were front post double crochets. Now we're going to put a back post double crochet around each of these. It's a bit tricky to handle, but just wrap your yarn, and if it helps you to turn it over to look, that's fine, but you want to go back and go to the back and pull those posts up and make a back post double crochet. So that's 1 and that's 2. Those are not too bad to get, but you also have to come here and get these. So the easiest way is to kind of divide that up and push those forward or kind of backwards, and you're going to have to take your hook and come forward and push them back. So there's 3, and here's the 4th one. Okay, and now what you want to do is you want to work 4 half double crochets in a row here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to repeat. So now you want to do 4 back post double crochets in a row. So 1, 2, 3, and your fourth one's right here, 4. And now 4 half doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll repeat that. 4 front or back post double crochets in a row here. So that was 2. There's 3 and 4. Okay, now we got to do 4 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our last set, so 4 back post double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you're just going to half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. And now you'll turn and you see your texture is forming nicely with those. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 until it's 54 inches or the length that you want it. So rows 2, 3, 4, and 5, and rows 2 and 3 are going to be the same. So you're going to chain 1 for row 2, and you're just going to, for rows 2 and 3, you're just going to make 2 rows of half double crochet. So for the next 2 rows, you're just going to half double crochet across. Okay, so just go ahead and you will half double crochet across. I'll get to the end of this row. And then again, like I said, everything's repeating. Once you do all the way down to row 5, it's all just repeating what we've already done. And the pattern is just going to build. And you have to build these 2 half double crochet rows to be able to have the foundation for the front and back post double crochet rows. Okay. So then that's basically how you will have to do that. So you'll do one more row of half double crochet, and it's not a super standout-ish design. It's just enough to give this scarf a little bit of character. And you can use variegated yarn. Like I said, I think this would be really nice with any yarn. Bulking it up or slimming it down, either way. And mine's just a little bit bigger because I changed my hook size already. And my yarn, actually. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the row. So these are the 2 half double crochet rows, just like that. And then you will just start building again with your front and back post double crochet rows. And then you'll go back and do your 2 more rows of half double crochet. And that's really all there is to it, to doing this scarf, and you can make it as short or as long as what you want it to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mini tutorial. Until next video, happy hooking guys. Thanks for watching.